So this is our final build of the Arduino beginner series. This is going to be our final video. We've added the LEDs. This is our Arduino, the breadboard. We have a specific video for each part of this build. Now, in this last video, we will continue the reading from the temperature and the humidity sensor. In the previous video, we focused on reading the temperature, and I promised you that in the next video, which is going to be this one, that we are going to use this sensor to read the humidity in addition to the temperature. So let me take you to the computer, plug this in, and then show you how you can use the same sensor to read both temperature and humidity. In the future, I will have a project where I will use the temperature and humidity sensor in addition to a weather quality checker and build a full project using an Arduino for my own home. But that's for another video. For now, without further ado, let's go to the computer and show you the code.
Now, let's take a quick look at the code. I left the same library and I left the sensor plugged into the same pin 5, just like we did in the previous video, so you do not have to change or move your sensor. This is just the sensor type, and we're passing it to the class of the library that we're using to do the reading. Here in the setup function, we are starting a serial monitor so we can display the reading. In a previous video, I did show you the serial monitor, but let me show you this one more time. Under Tools, there is this serial monitor. So let me close it first and then open it again. You can see here this window that communicate with your Arduino, assuming the Arduino is already plugged in and selected here. So I'm displaying the humidity and the temperature reading every 2 seconds. So let's look at the loop function, and there is a delay of 2 seconds because we want the reading to settle and before you get another new reading. Here we are assigning a float value because the value of the humidity and the temperature can be a point value, so like 27.1 or 39.4 instead of just an integer value. And these are the two functions that we're using, one for read humidity and the other one read temperature, and they both return a float value. Here, we're just checking that we're actually getting a value for humidity or temperature before we display it. Otherwise, we can say failed to read from sensor. For example, if the sensor is not plugged in correctly, or maybe you did not select the right pin, then you might see this message pop up. Now, if this is not a problem here and the reading is correct, at least for one of them, because there's this your or condition, right? Not an and condition, then we will display the humidity and the temperature down here. As you can see, every 2 seconds, we're getting a new reading. You can definitely adjust the delay if you want and play with this code, adjust it to your need. For example, the temperature is in the Celsius. I did not convert to Fahrenheit because this is easier. And once again, this is the beginner series. If you want the conversion method, we did that in the previous video, which was focused mainly on the temperature reading. This is it for this video and the series. I do have more complex videos and other project on my channel that I recommend you check out, but they won't be a good fit for a beginner series. If you completed this series, I think you should build your own project and you should be ready for a bit more complex project. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.